All right, so now we're going to learn about a new artist of the week, Gregg Segal. I am excited to share with you this contemporary artist, and I hope you get inspired to make your own photo portrait. Gregg Segal is a photographer who uses his work to record life, share what he believes is important, and to inspire others. You can click the link to his website in the slides and to see more of his beautiful photographs from around the world. And actually, I really do recommend to go to his website if you have time because you can really enjoy his art more there because you can see it bigger and better quality photos. His Instagram is also another place to see the photos maybe closer up and to learn more about him. So, some themes that he has focused on in his work are refugees, healthy eating, reducing garbage in the environment, and COVID 19. So, in this video, we're going to look at three of his projects, and you can also look on his website if you want to learn more. Try to notice what is similar about his artwork, about his style, so that you could do something in the same style. Well, his most famous project, which is also a book, he created it into a book, is the Daily Bread Portrait Series. In this series, Gregg documented what kids around the world eat during a week. So you can find a lot more photos than this. You can go to his website, you can go to this slideshow by Lens Culture, and you can see how interesting and how different the food that kids around the world, or even different kids in the same country, eat per week. And the process of this, to be a part of it for the kids who were in it, was super interesting. And they had to make like a diary of what they ate all week and then to set up this photo. And it really did help them to eat more healthy because it made them realize how much they were eating and whether they were eating healthy or not. So yeah, it's very interesting, and one of the things that Gregg said was that he wants kids to focus on eating healthy because if you don't get it right when you're 9 or 10, it's going to be harder when you're older. All right, so maybe that's inspiring for you too to think about what all do you eat in a week. Another project that he did, totally different, is 7 Days of Garbage portrait series. So in this group of photos, he was documenting how much garbage families or persons individually throw away in 1 week. So this shows how much trash they added to the environment per week. So, and as you see, the photos are not in their house, it's in nature, on the beach, in the grass, in the water, like in the ocean. So we can really see and feel how much trash is going into the nature, into the earth. And if you can imagine, when they saw how much trash they made a week, that kind of also made them think how much trash did they make in a year, and can really see how much garbage they're putting into the earth. So that was really inspiring for the people who did it, and I think for anyone who sees it to think about doing more reducing and recycling and not creating always so much garbage. All right, so the last project that we're going to look at is very different. It was one of his older ones, and in this project, he talked to Venezuelans who immigrated from Venezuela to a different country and could only bring what they could carry in their backpacks. And so here we can see, for example, this girl with her backpack and the only things she could bring and the food that she ate on her journey. It's hard to imagine um, moving to a new country and only being able to bring this many things, what you could fit in a backpack. So I think this is a very caring um, project, because Gregg also talked to them and shared their stories. If you go to the website, or here's an article I linked here, where you can also hear about each person and what happened to them and how they moved to a different country from Venezuela. So I think this was a really beautiful project as well. And so that's the 3 projects that we are learning about. And hopefully, by seeing these, you've got to know the style of Gregg Segal. And as well, an art teacher, many art teachers have been inspired by Gregg Segal during this time of COVID-19 to use the photos, use art as a record of not just what we eat or something like that, but of what's important to us, what's happening to us. That's one of the purposes of art, to be a historical record, to be a social, cultural record. So the first one that I saw was an art teacher named Miss Libby Beatty. I don't know if I'm saying her name right, and her students. And as you see, they did a portrait similar to Gregg Segal, but with their own things. And these are the things that they've been using during online learning. And then my favorite one that I found is Greensboro Day School. And they did it as well with things that have been important to them during their distance learning time. And you can see maybe some of the same things that you've been using and have been important to you during this time. A lot of you are spending more time with your pets. Here's this one with his cat. Or with your technology, or with books. A lot of them have books, toys that they've been using, art supplies, crayons, things like that, movies. So you can see that this is a creative way to share and to really show what we've been experiencing during this time of coronavirus. So I loved this project. I think you may also enjoy it, and I think that it's a great way for us to share with our ASFM community and our school, well, what we are doing, how we're experiencing this time while we're apart, and so even beyond our families, our community, even to the world, to share what we have been experiencing and for the future. So I hope you're excited and inspired. And now go to the 3rd video. The 3rd video is shorter, and it shows you how to plan and set up your photo portrait for distance learning. Enjoy.